Hi everyone, I hope and trust you well. So today we're going to cover tenses. I am going to conduct this lesson in English because the target market or the target group uses English as home language. And we want to ensure that everyone understands how to go about working with tenses. The reason why I chose tenses today is because people confuse tenses, because in English you have your perfect tense and the continuous tense, which are done differently, almost the same but different. For example, in English you'd say I ate yesterday, and you ate something 5 years back, whereas in IsiZulu that is totally different. In IsiZulu we divide our tenses into two groups, especially the past tense. We divide them into two groups, Izinkathi, that has just happened, and Izinkathi, that happened long time ago. So we are basically focusing on our past tense, and it has two forms like I've just explained. It has the recent past tense, and other people call it immediate past tense because it's a tense that has just happened. And in IsiZulu we call it Izinkathi esanda kudlula. We know that the word sanda ku means you've just done something. So if you've just done something, you say sanda ku together with your verb. Ngisanda kudla, I've just eaten. Ngisanda kufika, I have just arrived. So ngisanda kudlula, and the verb here is the one that tells us that something has just happened. So ngisanda kudlula, the tense that has just passed. And then the second part tense is called the remote past tense. With the remote past tense, we say Izinkathi eyadlula kudala. The word here that carries that particular meaning for this particular tense is the word kudala, because kudala means long time ago. So these are the tenses that we have in IsiZulu: Izinkathi esanda kudlula and Izinkathi eya kudlula kudala. In terms of the adverb of time words that will direct, because we usually give you the adverb of time for you to ascertain what tense you're working with. So the adverb of time words that we use under recent past are izolo. I hope you remember what izolo means. Kutangi. And I also hope you remember what kutangi is. Or anything that speaks to edlule. Like iviki eledlule, isonto eledlule, inyanga edlule, unyaka odlule. So anything within a year, like we do in accounting, your short-term period is within a year. So anything that has happened within a year, we classify it under Izinkathi esanda kudlula. And anything that has happened beyond that, we then classify it under remote past tense. But other people become comfortable if any classification takes place 5 years and above. So izolo, just to remind you, is yesterday. Kotangi, day before yesterday. And edlule, whatever you're referring to that has just passed. With the remote past tense, we use words like kudala, long ago, or emandulo, which also means long ago. And also years like 2010, 2013, and so on and so forth. So within these two tenses, we have, like in English, they would classify them into perfect tense and continuous tense. We do the same in IsiZulu. So this one is Izinkathi ephelile, which is your completed tense. And this one will be Izinkathi eqhubekayo, which is your continuous tense. The same applies in remote. You have Izinkathi ephelile and you have Izinkathi eqhubekayo. So this is where students get confused. They confuse this line and that line. Each of the tense in recent and remote, they both have phelile and eqhubekayo, both of them. So don't then ask and say Izinkathi eqhubekayo, where does it belong? No, Izinkathi eqhubekayo can either be found in recent past or remote past. Now we get into how we construct these particular tenses. So we'll start with completed tenses today. and then we'll carry on the next time. So with your completed tenses, when you use your sentence construction shapes that we learned in class, you know that this is found within 2 and 3. That is your subject concord and your stem. So if you, and then with ephelile, because remember with stems, we've got the 3 types of stems: your verbs, your stative verbs, and your non-verbs. So with Izinkathi ephelile, you only use verbs. So same like your present tense, it has the 2 forms, which are your long form and your short form. So what do we put together? Remember, we put together the subject concord and a verb, and your verb should end in ile, and there won't be anything after the verb. So meaning that your word or your sentence will be complete with those 2 parts. So that is the pattern you put together when you construct your recent past completed long form. And then when you construct your recent past completed short form, you put together your subject concord, your verb will end in a, and then we will have an adjunct. You remember our triangle in the sentence construction shapes stands for an adjunct, and we said an adjunct is anything that comes after the verb in the form of an adverb or in the form of a locative. We also have an object that comes after a verb. So that is how you would construct your pattern. For example, if you say I ate, we know that gi will represent your subject concord for I, and then your eating will be la, but the form, because it's in long form, you're going to say gidlile, I ate. But if you want to make it short form and further elaborate on what you ate, you say ngidle isinkwa. So that constitutes your short form, and that is your long form. So that is the word that comes after the verb, which makes it short form. So when we move to your remote past completed, it works the same as your recent past in a sense that it only takes verbs. It does not take stative verbs nor non-verbs. So to put the pattern together, and it does not have 2 forms like your recent past. So the form here, or the pattern, is put together the subject concord plus a together with your verb. You know, at times I interchange between the pluses and the minuses. It does not really matter. That minus sign is not any mathematical pattern, but it just symbolizes that these words are incomplete without the other part. So it's your subject concord together with an a, and then after that you apply the rules that we dealt with when we did vowel commencing verbs, where we said if your subject concord has more than 1 letter, you cancel it. You cancel the vowel of the subject concord, but if it has 1 letter, you change it. And then if you don't understand how we form this particular part, you can WhatsApp me, and then I will further elaborate to you. So for example, if you had to convert this example, ngidlile, into I ate, you then say ngadla, because you'd have taken gi plus a together with your verb dla. And it doesn't really matter whether you ate, it still makes sense, or whether you elaborate on it and say ngadla isinkwa. So it doesn't really matter in remote past. But in recent past, it is important for you to know whether you're saying it in the long form or saying it in the short form. And then to put these 2 into negative. You remember when we negate, putting things into negative, ukuphika in IsiZulu, we always put a before your subject concord or subject prefix. So it's going to be a subject concord. Your verb will end with anga for both of them. So whether you're working with recent past or whether working with remote past, as long as they are both completed, their negatives are going to be the same. So meaning that when you negate ngidlile, you're going to negate it the same way as you would have negated ngadla. So the negative of ngidlile would be angidlanga. So there is your anga there that tells us that you're talking about remote past, and there is your a that says you're talking about a negative subject concord or a negative verb. So I'm just going to end there so that you take it in, you analyze it, you look at it again, And then tomorrow we'll then continue and look at Inkathi eqhubekayo. Thank you.